What's up, everyone? Justin here, back with a pay-per-view predictions video for Survivor Series 2021 this Sunday on the Peacock. Anyways, before I start the predictions, I gotta talk about a couple releases. WWE decided to fire more wrestlers. Some I feel bad for. Some were super talented, really good, but were never booked good, were never used the right way. But it's sad. But I will say they did hoard a lot of talent. They were straight up hoarding talent for like the last 2 to 3 years. But I will say for a Hit Row, what the fuck? You just brought them up. Like, why bring them up at all? Why? I don't fucking get it. Why call them up? Why fucking make video vignettes and video packages that Hit Row was coming to Smackdown? Why fucking do that? And then you're gonna put them on TV. I think like the last 3 weeks, they were backstage. They came out and made fun of Sami Zayn or turned on him. He was acting like he could be in Hit Row. They never had a match on TV. They got rid of B-Fab, the only female member. That was not a good sign for them. But I don't get it. Why even call them up if you're going to just get rid of them? Like, oh, we put them on TV, but who cares? Let's get rid of them. And the fans, you think, are going to just forget? No. Fans nowadays do not forget. They will not forget. 1 week you had someone on TV. The next week, they're gone. And I don't know whose fucking decision this is to keep claiming budget cuts. They need to just say straight up change that and just say we saw nothing in them and we didn't want them around in the future. We had no plans for them. But first off, Hit Row's gone. They were a really good faction in NXT. I enjoyed them. Hit Row under the old NXT, the black and gold brand, Hit Row was booked damn good. I thought they were booked very well under Triple H. Obviously, Vince on the main roster didn't give a fuck about Hit Row or Tegan Nox, which Tegan Nox was damn good, had her best run of her career. Tegan had a part of Triple H's NXT, the old NXT. Definitely, Tegan Nox had her best run in NXT, the black and gold NXT. Her best matches and feud was with Dakota Kai. When Dakota turned on her at War Games, holy fuck, that was great. What a reaction. I was legit really shocked that Dakota turned on her. And then she feuded with Dakota, had a cage match with her on NXT. That was good. And I feel bad. I feel really sad for Tegan Nox because I believe she had two ACL tears, 2 ACL surgeries. I don't know how long she's in WWE, 3 to 4 years. Seems like she was injured for 2 years out of the 4, I think. She's injured a lot. but it wasn't her fault. And Tegan gets released, and she still has yet to get her tag title shot that she won. She'll never get it again. I don't think she'll be brought back. I doubt it. Maybe in the future for like a women's Royal Rumble. I don't know. She could come back in the future, maybe. But Tegan Knox, I feel the worst for because she had those knee injuries. Drake Maverick, I don't feel bad for him. He's great. He's super talented. He will land on his feet. The guy, look at his Twitter account. He already put out a video after he was released. He produced an awesome video. He'll get booked anywhere. Any company should hire him. Super talented guy. Not just as a wrestler. He could be a manager. He could do commentary. He could produce. He could freaking direct shows. He could edit. He could probably book. He could be on their creative team. Drake Maverick could do it all. I do feel bad for Swerve Scott of Hit Row. That guy is a super talented wrestler. He was great in NXT, put on 5-star matches. He should get booked anywhere. Any company will probably book him. But Swerve never got pushed, never got the opportunity to show what he could do on the main roster. Sadly, he never did. John Morrison never did. I felt bad for that John Morrison came back like 2 years ago. Over 2 years ago, I don't know, but the guy came back, was never pushed. He is a main event talent. John Morrison is great. They didn't want to push him. They wanted to just put him with Miz as a comedy act. And why didn't they just keep John Morrison around? The Miz, whenever he returns, he could have feuded with Morrison going into WrestleMania. You could have had Miz versus Morrison. What the fuck? Now he's gone. And his wife's gone. And Taya Valkyrie's pissed. She put out a tweet, said, fuck. Basically, fuck WWE. This company's trash. And she told all her followers, she said, don't support WWE anymore. I disagree with that. I wouldn't say that. And I will not say that. I will still support them. I like what Roman's doing. I like Brock when he wrestles, when he shows up. So I'm interested in Roman, Brock, Shotzi Blackheart, Asuka, Rhea Ripley, and a couple others. Bobby Lashley, Big E, Drew McIntyre. I really like all those guys and girls. Now, Liv Morgan, love her. So I'm going to support those talents as long as they're in WWE. I will continue to watch. So they also released Shane Thorne and Jackson Riker. Fuck him. I don't give a fuck about him. He should have been released about 2 years ago. Why'd you keep... I can't believe they even kept Shane Thorne. He was still under contract. I know he's, I think he's Slapjack when they did that stupid, Reckoning, what the hell is the name of the group? Reckoning? I don't remember what the fuck the name was, but he was Slapjack under a rip-off Jason mask. Shane Thorne was part of NXT for a pretty long time. He's part of a pretty cool tag team. TM, what the hell is their name? TM16 or something like that. But all the releases, all these talents will land on their feet and be fine. I could see them all getting hired like immediately. If they want to work in wrestling, they'll get jobs. Except, I don't know about Top Dollar or Ashanti Adonis. I don't know if they'll get booked in wrestling. And Jackson Riker, fuck him. I don't care if he gets booked ever. Shane Thorne, I hope he gets booked somewhere. So that's my thoughts about the releases. It sucks, but I'm not shocked. And I'm not going to say fuck WWE, and I'm not going to say I'm going to not watch anymore. I gave you my reasons why I'm going to still support them. Shotzi, Asuka, Toni Storm, Liv Morgan, Bobby Lashley, and others. I like the Usos too. Like Randy Orton and Riddle. So as long as enough talents are still there that I like and love, I will continue to watch. But I have a question to everybody watching my predictions to Survivor Series. Why do this? Why release talent right before the pay-per-view? What the fuck? We're like 2 to 3 days, or this happened Thursday night. I was sleeping. I went to sleep early, but like 2 days. It's Friday now. 2 days before Survivor Series, one of your biggest pay-per-views of the year. Why release the talent right before the pay-per-view? It's not a good look. It's stupid. And you should have waited until after the pay-per-view. And if you release like 5 to 10 to 20 more talents, unless they're like PC talents, if you release like 20 more main roster talents or something, you're not even going to have enough people and wrestlers for the Royal Rumble matches at all. And this seems like the main roster, or Bruce Pritchard, or maybe Kevin Dunn, or Vince, I don't know, or Nick Khan, or John Laurinaitis. Maybe he's told you got to release people, but it's Vince's decision to get rid of these people. It's his final decision. And John Laurinaitis is just under Vince. He has to do what Vince says. I'm sure he's afraid of Vince, and he kisses his ass every damn day to keep his job. John Laurinaitis sucks at his job, in my opinion. He sucks. It's the head of talent relations. He sucks. He is not JR. Never will be. JR was great at the job. He brought in guys like Kurt Angle, Stone Cold, Rock, Mick Foley, stuff like that. Guys like that. John Laurinaitis sucks. He couldn't even keep his son-in-law. Around. He couldn't even keep Bryan Danielson in the WWE. His own son-in-law, he could not even sign. That's sad and pathetic. That shows you suck at your fucking job if you can't keep your son-in-law around to get a big payday and make a lot more money to sign another contract. So, yeah, John Laurinaitis sucks at his job. Bruce Pritchard sucks, and Kevin Dunn I hate. If I was Triple H, I'd be fucking pissed. They have released like every NXT talent almost that was under the Black and Gold brand. They have released them all almost. The only ones I can think of under Triple H were Io Shirai. I bet you they release her after War Games, or they might. I hope not, but who knows. Raquel Gonzalez, Dakota Kai, Io was under Triple H. And Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano, that's all I can think of. Oh, Kyle O'Reilly too, from the old NXT, that have not been released. But fucking Hit Row. I don't know who came up with the gimmick. Probably Swerve. But Triple H, I think, liked Hit Row. Booked him good. He liked Tegan Knox. And others, Drake Maverick, he liked. Basically, Vince or somebody on the main roster, Kevin Dunn or Vince or Nick Khan, basically doing this. Johnny Laurinaitis, Johnny Ace, doing this to Triple H. Like, we don't give a fuck that you built up this talent, spent years on them, and what was that for? It was all for nothing. You built them up, called them up, some of them, a lot of former black and gold NXT talents you caught up and just released them. And they were great under Triple H, and you fucked them on the main roster. The Revival, for example, they were great in NXT. Came to the main roster, they were fucking absolutely destroyed. Fucked. Booked like jokes. Booked like a comedy act. So let's get to my, so if I was Triple H, I'd be fucking pissed. I would want to be released if I was him. I heard a rumor, I doubt it's true. I think some little tiny wrestling dirt sheet reported it. That it's rumored Triple H wants to leave and start his own company and asked Karrion Kross, Keith Lee, and other released talents if they would join him in a new company. I don't believe that. But good rumor. Good bullshit story you made up, that dirt sheet. I won't say who they were. So now my Survivor Series predictions after I talked about the releases. Again, I'm afraid after WrestleMania, before WrestleMania maybe, before the Rumble, before 2022 maybe, there might be more releases. Don't you dare release my favorites. Don't you dare release Shotzi, Asuka, Liv Morgan, Bobby Lashley, Big E, Drew McIntyre, the Usos, and Natalya. Don't release them. I mean, everyone else, of course I like Roman too, but they're not going to get rid of him. He's like the only guy that's drawing interest in their company, in my opinion, first on Smackdown. But, yeah, Becky Lynch, they won't get rid of the man. No way. I'd be absolutely shocked. My jaw would be on the floor if they ever released Becky Lynch. So now my Survivor Series 2021 predictions up first. Let's start with the Survivor Series Elimination Match. 5-on-5 for the men. This really means nothing. Raw versus Smackdown means nothing because these talents haven't been with the brands that not even that long. If they were with them for like a full year, it would mean more. Team Raw. Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, Kevin Owens, Bobby Lashley, and Austin Theory. Rey Mysterio lost, so he's taken up, or I think he lost on Raw. Rey Mysterio lost, so he's taken off the team. That was stupid for Austin Theory. So, yeah, that's Team Raw. And I wouldn't be shocked if they try the next releases. I hope not that they could release Finn Balor or even Kevin Owens. I mean, this company, WWE, fucking released Bray Wyatt when he was like number 1 or 2 in merchandise sales. And all because Vince didn't get along with him, or thought he fought back too much about creative ideas. So Team SmackDown's Drew McIntyre, Jeff Hardy, King Xavier Woods, Happy Corbin, and to be announced. I think the 5th member of SmackDown will probably find out tonight on the show, will probably be Sheamus. Is my prediction. I'm going to go with Team Raw. Team Raw wins. I would have Bobby Lashley and Finn be the sole survivors, or Lashley be the sole survivor by himself, or even Finn by himself be the last guy on Raw. Now let's go to the women's 5-on-5 Survivor Series elimination. Team Raw is Bianca Belair, the EST, one of my favorites. Don't ever release her either. Again, I'd be furious. I will be furious. And I really would stop watching, except for like Roman's or Big E's segments. I would definitely not watch the shows. If it was, I don't know if I won't, but look, I would not be happy. Just seeing some male wrestlers left that I'm a fan of, that I like to watch. I wouldn't be happy if they released a lot of the women, like Bianca, Shotzi, Liv, Asuka, Natalya, Bayley. I would be furious if they ever get released. So anyways, I'm a little bit shocked they didn't release Liv yet, to be honest, but they must have plans for her. I thought they had plans for Hit Row. Look what happened to them. So Team Raw women, Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, Carmella, Queen Zelina. Team SmackDown is Sasha Banks, team captain, Shayna Baszler, Shotzi, Natalya, and I don't know why they took Aaliyah off the team. That was stupid, made no sense to me. But Aaliyah's replaced with Toni fucking Storm. So I'm very happy about that. Team SmackDown will win, I think. I would have Toni Storm or Shotzi or Shayna or Natalya be the sole survivor. Sasha, I don't care if she's eliminated first. I love Bianca. She's one of my favorites. But I love Shotzi more. So I want Shotzi to be one of the sole survivors and Team SmackDown to win. So now the Raw champion versus SmackDown Women's Champion. Champion versus champion. Non-title. So it's pretty stupid to say champion versus champion when the damn title or the championship is not on the line. It's dumb. But they're calling all these matches that are not elimination. They're all champion versus champion. So the women's champions, Becky Lynch, the man. Becky Lynch takes on Charlotte Flair. Do they have heat? Is the heat real? I don't know. I kind of don't think it is real. I think it's all talk just to get people invested in the match at the pay-per-view. I don't really believe they're not friends anymore. I don't even know if I believe that story where they got in a backstage yelling match and fight backstage. I don't know if I even believe that. Could have happened, but I wasn't there. Who the fuck knows? I still believe they're friends. And they're just working everybody and working all the fans. But that's smart. to get fans excited and invested in their match, to want to watch it on Sunday on the Peacock. My prediction, it's going to be I cannot see one of them winning clean. I don't see it. Not by tap out or pinfall. It's going to be a double DQ or a disqualification or a run-in from Ronda Rousey maybe, or a double count out or a count out win. That's my prediction. Non-finish. Double count out, a DQ, or double DQ. So, my prediction is a non-finish. A bullshit finish. Because neither of them, I don't think, want a job. Or Vince is going to book it like that. To have a bullshit finish. Now, champion versus champion. I'll save that for the main event. That's last. But let's go with the tag team champions on Raw versus the Smackdown tag team champions. RK Bro takes on the Usos. Should be really good. Seems like they've wrestled a lot on Raw. I think on like 6-mans or tag matches, whatever. Still will be good. RK Bro is a good team. I like them. Usos I like. I'm going to go with the Usos win. I'll pick the baby faces. RK Bro wins. So up next, champion versus champion again. The U.S. champion versus IC champion. Intercontinental. Nakamura. I forgot he's Intercontinental champion because they book him so poorly and book the IC title like it doesn't even exist. But Nakamura is IC champ. Again, I forgot he was. I'm shocked he wasn't released yet. I don't want him to be released. I'm just saying. I'm surprised he wasn't released. So Nakamura, the IC champ, against Damian Priest, the US champ. My prediction is Damian Priest. I think they'll want him to go over. Now the main event for champion versus champion for nothing. For brand supremacy. Yeah, right. Who cares? That's BS. Because Raw vs. Smackdown doesn't matter. You're under the same fucking company. So Big E's a WWE champ. Roman Reigns a Universal champ. Again, non-title. So who cares who wins? It's non-title. Who do I want to win? Big E. But I don't think he does. Roman Reigns wins is my prediction. Roman Reigns wins. After he wins, this is my prediction. After he wins, he holds up the title. Celebrating over Big E holding up the Universal title, and The Rock's music hits. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? Barclays Center in Brooklyn explodes and goes insane. That is a way WWE could get the fans to forget about all the releases, is bring back The Rock. It will get a huge pop and a huge amount of, a huge amount of talk on social media, on Twitter. It'll get a lot of talk about, oh, did you see The Rock return at Survivor Series? A lot of people will be fucking talking about it on Twitter and their phones. So, if I was WWE, I would bring back The Rock. I'd beg him. I'd get on my knees and beg him. Please come back for WrestleMania to take on your cousin Roman. Because that match is money. If The Rock does not return, for myself, it will be a disappointment. Because I'm expecting it. And again, you can say it all you want. We don't like part-timers. But when The Rock's music hits, I guarantee you he will get a fucking huge, massive reaction from the live crowd. And Twitter will explode, and probably The Rock will probably be trending for like 10 to 12 hours after the pay-per-view, if he shows up. If he does show up, have him face off with Roman. Have Roman lay the Universal title down in the middle of the ring, in between The Rock, and then have The Rock bottom Roman, pick up the title, hold it up, and leave. So there's my Survivor Series 2021 predictions. You shouldn't have released talent before the pay-per-view. That was a stupid, dumb ass decision. Because a lot of fans are going to just be sad, depressed, dejected, not hype for the pay-per-view, not excited for it. Some might not even watch because they're so upset talents keep being released. But I'll be watching Survivor Series Sunday. I'll be tweeting about it at WWE NXT Guy. Follow me. If you don't, like, comment, share, subscribe. Bye for now.